Hello students, I welcome you all to this video. I am Pratima. Here we'll learn what are parametric functions and how to find the derivative of parametric functions. This is in syllabus class 12 NCERT and we'll also solve some textbook questions. About this channel, it is Don't Fear, I Am Here. I thank you all the subscribers of this channel for supporting it to grow day by day. This channel is for all the students who do not get help at home for learning. So starting from what are parametric functions? In mathematics, a parametric equation defines a group of quantities as functions of one or more independent variables. The independent variables are called parameters. Parametric equations are commonly used to express the coordinates of the point that makes up a geometric object such as a curve or a surface. For example, the equation x is equal to cos t and y is equal to sin t form a parametric representation of the unit circle where t is the parameter. A point x, y is on the unit circle. So the point x comma y, or I'll write p is equal to cos t and sin t, is any point on the circle. So now if I'll take x square plus y square, the distance between the center and the point, we are getting cos square t plus sin square t. This is equal to 1. X square plus y square is equal to 1. So we are getting an equation to a unit circle. So x is equal to cos t, y is equal to sin t is the parametric equation of the circle. So x is equal to cos t, y is equal to sin t is parametric equation of unit circle. So now how to get the derivative of the functions in parametric form? It is very simple. So here if two functions are given like that, y is equal to f of theta, function of theta, theta is the parameter, and x is function of also theta denoted by g theta. We differentiate y with respect to theta, or we find dy to d theta. Then we differentiate x with respect to theta, or we get dx to d theta. Then we get dy to dx is equal to dy d theta and dx to d theta, this ratio. So this is the working formula for finding derivative functions in parametric form. So let us proceed for some examples. Now I am taking a textbook question, question number 3. If x and y are connected parametrically by the equation given by this question without eliminating the parameter, find dy by dx. Question is, we will not remove t but we will go on finding the derivative. So x is equal to sin t, y is equal to cos t, and the concept we are apply here. First we will find dy to dt, derivative of x with respect to t, then we will take the ratio. So here x is equal to sin t, y is equal to cos t, then what is dx to dt? Dx to dt will be cos t and dy to dt will be minus 2 sin 2t. So next is dy to dx. dy to dx will be dy to dt upon dx to dt. So if you divide, you are getting minus 2 sin 2t upon cos t. Or it will be 2 sin 2t cos t and the denominator is cos t. So it will be minus sin 4 sin t. So we got the answer. So it is very simple. Go for another question. Question number 2. X and y are connected parametrically by the equation given in this question. Without eliminating the parameter, find dy by dx. So if you will see here, it is x is equal to a cos theta, y is b cos theta, and theta is parameter here. So we'll apply dy to dx is equal to dy to d theta upon dx to d theta. So dx to d theta is a into minus sin theta, and what you do dy to d theta. So dx to d theta is a into minus sin theta, and what you do dy to d theta, it will be b into minus sin theta. Now divide it. So dy to dx is equal to dy to d theta upon dx to d theta. How much will be the result? Minus sin theta will be cancelled. So the answer will be b by a. So next, going to another question. Question number 6. If x and y are connected parametrically by the equation given in this question, without eliminating the parameter, find dy to dx. So x is equal to a whole into theta minus sin theta, y is equal to a multiply whole into 1 plus cos theta. So do dy to d theta, then find dy dx to d theta, then you divide. So dx to d theta is equal to a theta derivative is 1 and sin theta derivative is minus cos theta. Sin theta minus is there, so it will be minus cos theta. Next, dy to d theta, that will be a 1 derivative is 0, cos theta is minus sin theta. Now dy to dx is equal to dy to d theta upon dx to d theta. So minus a sin theta upon a 1 minus cos theta. So a will be cancelled, but here we'll simplify little bit. How? We'll put sin theta is equal to 2 sin theta by 2 cos theta by 2, and 1 minus cos theta will put 2 sin square theta by 2. In this way. Then sin theta by 2 cancel, 2 cancel. So numerator will be cos theta by 2 and denominator will be sin theta by 2. So it will be cot theta by 2. Of course, don't ignore the negative, it is already there. So it will be minus cot theta by 2. Next question. Next question is 11. It is x is equal to square root a sin inverse t, y is equal to square root a cos inverse t, so that dy by dx is equal to minus 1 upon x. This question is a very common question in the board examination, but you can do this question by various methods. You can take logarithm both the sides, you can square it. So here we are applying the in parametric form. So first I am finding the derivative of x. So dx to dt is equal to, it is a square root function. So 1 by 2 square root a sin inverse t. I will apply chain rule into derivative of a sin inverse t. Then a sin inverse t derivative will be a sin inverse t into log a multiplies derivative of sin inverse t is equal to 1 by under root 1 minus t square. So similarly, I will replace now a sin inverse t as x square and under root a sin inverse t as x. So it will be simplified. it will become x log a by under root 1 minus t square. You can pause the video, you can write stepwise so that you will understand better. Now coming to y. Y is equal to under root a cos inverse t. I'll get dy to dt. It will be 1 upon square root function 2 square root a cos inverse t into derivative of cos inverse t. It will be twice a cos inverse t into derivative of a cos inverse t. It will be a cos inverse t into log a into cos inverse t derivative. It will be minus 1 upon under root 1 minus t square. So what I'll do now, I'll a cos inverse t I'll replace by y square and under root a cos inverse t I'll replace by y. It will simplify to how much? Y log a by under root 1 minus t square. So next I'll get dy to dx, dy to dt upon dx to dt. So it will be y log a by under root 1 minus t square upon x log a by under root 1 by t square. So you can cancel it. Log a cancelled. What is remained? It will be just minus y upon x. So this is the answer of your 11. Dy by dx will be minus 1 by x. You can practice some more questions because practice makes you perfect. Thank you for watching the whole video. Subscribe the channel, like, message so that more and more people can watch it.